And welcome to Channel 19 as Sterling Silver Knights are getting ready for the quarterfinals against Oakcrest Falcons. And we'll let the boys introduce themselves.
Jimmy Zingaro, senior, midfielder, Stratford.
Matt Martin, senior, midfielder, Stratford.
Josh Moreland, junior, forward, Blackwood.
Mike Berkeley, senior, forward, Samaro, New Jersey.
Kevin Byrne, junior, forward, Broadmoor.
Joey Lomas, senior, goalkeeper, Winslow, New Jersey.
Victor John, junior, defender, Stratford, New Jersey.
Brain Sheen, junior, center attack mid, Stratford, New Jersey.
Mike Ermel, senior, midfield, All Springs.
Joshua Garcia, junior, midfield, Lindwell, New Jersey.
Justin Burr, sophomore, defender, from Blackwood.
Caleb Evans, junior, midfielder, Magnolia, New Jersey.
Ethan Invadis, junior, defense, Stratford.
Rob Toomey, sophomore, striker, Laurel Springs.
Jake Camardo, junior, midfield, and Stratford.
Kevin Stubbs, senior, midfield, Stratford.
Sean Brantley, junior, midfield, Somerdale.
Jason Fadden, junior, defender, Stratford, New Jersey.
Tim Hall, junior, defender, Stratford, New Jersey.
Kevin Martin, senior, midfielder, Stratford.
Justin Maroney, senior, midfield, Blackwood.
And we'll take a look at the weather. Right now, 49, but it doesn't really feel like that right now as the sun is hitting down on us. You have a little bit of wind of 6 miles an hour northeast of us and all. And it's going to be mostly sunny. No clouds are really in sight. We'll take a look at the quarterfinals of the Group 2 round. And you see Sterling, the number 2 seed, facing off the number 10 seed, Oakcrest, where the winner has been confirmed. West Deptford has beaten Manchester Township, so that game will be played on Monday, November 8th. Whoever wins this game will play November 8th, either here at Sterling or at West Deptford. And you also look at Del Rand. Also, we take a look at the Colonial Liberty standings. Sterling division winners, beating out the likes of Haddonfield and West Deptford. And you took a look at the Cape Atlantic National, where Oakcrest are mid-table team with Cedar Creek and Ocean City and St. Augustus up ahead of them. Of course, these teams have never played before. Sterling's outscored opponents 49-7. Oakcrest has outscored opponents 35-32. The most common opponents these teams have played are Haddon Township, Pleasantville, and St. Augustus. Sterling beat all Oakcrest, lost to all of those opponents except St. Augustine, the JV, but that was when the JV played. Winner plays, of course, against Monday, where they'll play against West Deptford, and game will be scheduled on a Monday at 2 p.m. Of course, we look at some of the main players for Sterling. Josh Moreland scoring 13 goals and 13 assists. Their big main player, the junior. Mike Berkeley, the senior, with 8 goals and 5 assists. You know how we talk about how physical he is and his speed. Jake Camardo. And then you look at Oakcrest with Jack O'Brien with 12 goals and 10 assists, and Andre Johnson with 13 goals. They're 2 main goal scorers right there for them, right for Oakcrest, and everyone else with 2 or 3. And take a look at Joey Lomas, who has been phenomenal this season with 13 clean sheets consecutively. And
I'm sorry, John. The one thing that sticks out with those stats is the fact that you have a Sterling team that definitely seems to be more balanced when you look at what they bring to the table from a scoring standpoint.
Yeah, and when we look at scoring with soccer, how they accumulate the points is you get 2 points for every goal and one point for every assist. So that's why you see somebody with Josh Moreland have 39 points. He has 13 goals and 13 assists, so he'd end up with 26 points for the goals and 13 for the assists.
Again, the winner of this game will play Monday either at West Defford if Oakcrest wins, or here at Sterling if Sterling wins. As West Defford is the number 3 seed, as Sterling's the number 2 seed. Oakcrest, of course, is the number 10 seed.
Yeah, a little bit of a realignment with the playoff seedings here. So we know, obviously we don't normally see a team like Oakcrest. Interestingly, talking to the coach before the game, they had actually played Oakcrest. Excuse me, they had actually played a first-round opponent, Pleasantville, twice and lost to them twice this year. And the coach said that it just didn't match up. And after watching the Sterling game against Pleasantville, you can see Pleasantville came out and has a little bit of an awkward approach.
And we take a little bit of look at the new camera angle, as we call it, the crow's nest. Yeah. Little bird's eye view.
That'll give us a good, interesting look at a lot of those corner kicks in that area.
Well, it's a nice view. A lot of times you can't appreciate the amount of skill sometimes when you see it at that foot level, because you're seeing you're coming down, but then when you see it from the top point of view, you can really appreciate some of the skill and the work and the feints and some of the moves that the guys actually make to get open.
That ball goes out. Oakcrest is going to be the one to throw it in. As Sterling's going to have a chance to throw this one. Justin Maroney gives it back to Moreland. Moreland now give it to Maroney. Maroney unable to get there. And now Burgess sends it up to Mike Berkeley.
Well, one thing you could see early on is it seems like they're aware of Josh Moreland and what he brings to the table. You can see right there when he's trying to bring it upfield, he had somebody right in his face, and he came down the offensive end, had 3 defenders right on him.
And first corner for Sterling. And
yeah, Josh is definitely getting a lot more attention, especially as the season goes on and you're playing these games where you're playing in the coaches tournament and you're playing these playoff games. Obviously, his success, teams are looking out and then they're doing a little bit more film footage of him and saying, well, this is really one of the keys of Sterling's offensive attack here.
We're going to try to give it to McFadden. McFadden chasing after it. That ball goes out, and that's going to be another Sterling throw in, as McFadden will be the one to throw it in. You can hear the 2 coaches trying to telling their players what to do. Ermel comes in then. Coaches do not like what Ermel does, but no foul on the play. Refs say play on.
Yeah, the ball was getting knocked around up there a little bit, and Mike tried to create some space as the ball was in the air.
Matt Martin's going to look to cross this one in. Does cross this one. Going to try to give it to Mike Berkeley. Wanting handball. No handball was called. That ball gets shot by.
I'd like to see that one.
Yeah, see the replay coming across here. The ball bounces. The defender comes up.
Ooh, it hit his chest.
Yeah,
it's tough. From here, it looked like it hit hand.
Kind of comes up, and again, I guess you couldn't argue either way what that place was called. But in a playoff game, if I'm a coach, and I wouldn't want that call against my team. That's for sure.
No.
I always say let the kids decide, and that wasn't something that was obvious to try to get an advantage. So.
Sterling is going to get a free kick at halfway on this challenge on Justin Maroney. Just gets to the ball a little late.
Yeah, played a little too much of the body there, not enough ball.
Ball's going to get across to it. Doesn't get a good enough cross. Just goes straight to the goalie.
So it's funny, we have the morning sun here shining down on us, and believe it or not, we get a better view of the game than we do with the monitor right now because of the way the sun's shining on the monitor.
Glare is the monitor's worst friend, or our worst friend.
Matt Martin able to get through one player now. passes it off, but Matt Martin going to give it to Mike Berkeley. Berkeley now going to take a shot, or he took a deflection, not 100% sure. And that ball's going to go out for another corner for Sterling, so another big opportunity here for Sterling.
Yeah, it looks like a nice opportunity by Mike Berkeley here. It looks like he had a free shot, but the defender came in. I think he just got enough of the ball there to really neutralize that opportunity for Michael.
Moreland on to take the corner kick, sends it right into the box. Kevin able to get ahead to it, unable to make it towards the goal. That ball goes out, and that's going to be a Oakcrest throw-in. Sterling, I think, probably thought he'd come off an Oakcrest defender.
Yeah, they were actually playing it and like actually shielding the ball. Like they assumed they were going to get the throw, but they actually came off of Kevin Martin's head. That was a nice corner there by Josh Moreland.
Burr sends it up to Moreland. Moreland able to receive it and gets dispossessed.
Other side, other side, other side.
So far, Oakcrest hasn't had a shot at goal, or really has not entered midfield. Oakcrest kicks that one out. Sterling's going to throw it in.
Playoff games, I was talking to the Oakcrest coach earlier. I was taping a few of the athletes earlier, and they had gotten to the school at 8:30 to get on the bus. They come down here, so it really takes the kids out of their normal rhythm and playing.
Yeah.
So it might take them 10 minutes to realize that they're in a soccer game right now.
Oakcrest gives up another corner. Sterling's third corner already in this first half.
Let's go.
Sterling with the opportunity of being home, the kids didn't come in until 10:30, so it actually is much closer to game time.
Moreland hits the side net, and that's going to be a goal kick. And our goalie, number 99, William Grayson.
Well, Grayson's definitely going to get a decent amount of action if things hold the way they've been early on in this game.
Sure, if it stays true to form of the way Sterling's attacked during the year, he's obviously going to get quite a few shots on him. And Sterling's been particularly dangerous with set pieces and restarts and corner kicks.
Moreland's going to take a shot. That's going to go way over the goal, and that's going to be a goal kick for Oakcrest.
But a little glimpse of what you get from Josh Moreland and him going laterally, then all of a sudden just turning and exploding. And that's something that goalies have to be ready for. Obviously, that one was high, but he's definitely got his share of them on net this year.
Yeah, and I think, and that's the consequences of teams really shadowing Josh. So usually, that type of opportunity, when he gets space now, he's taking the shot rather than trying to play for the more perfect shot.
Martin gets across, and Oakcrest able to get it out of the box. Timmy Hall tries to repossess the ball. First touch a little too much, and it's going to be a throw-in for Oakcrest.
Where they see Timmy Hall's speed on display and just cutting in front of the forward.
Well, it's a situation now where you see Oakcrest when they're on that side of the ball, they're bringing 9 guys beside the ball, so there's going to be a free run for the offside defender to get up there and add to the attack for Sterling. Ball handled nicely by Grayson coming out.
That ball almost looked like it almost could have gone over Grayson, and maybe been an unlucky bounce on this grass field. Of course, I'm not 100% sure if Oakcrest is used to turf or they have a turf field, but it's always quite different for a team that always has a turf field to go onto a grass field, because you always have that unexpected bounce involved with grass.
Real good ball movement from Sterling here. If you look at the Oakcrest defender cutting in. You saw a couple nice, good looks there in that sequence. Of course, Oakcrest is able to get to it, and they're going the other way here.
I guess the best way to describe it is Sterling's being patiently aggressive. They're still being aggressive, but they're being patient as far as their attack right now.
Yeah, they haven't really forced anything that they don't have to force. They've been really calm and collective.
It's a nice restart by Oakcrest there to change the field position.
Lomas comes out of the net, almost gets scored on. Oakcrest, their first chance of the game.
Yeah, it was a nice job by Oakcrest there. So coming up on the attack and then putting on. There is a replay here as it comes through. Justin Burr plays it down. They play it back, and there's a shot coming across. Now, it's one of those things where Joey initially was staying on the line, anticipating the shot, but then it became a pass, and he kind of caught between in-between land there. And they played it back across. Thankfully, nobody was going on a give and go there. That would have been a wide open net for Oakcrest.
Yeah, Lomas got stuck in no man's land, not a place you want to be stuck in as a goalie as that ball goes out, Sterling's ball.
Again, it's one of those tough positions where you're anticipating the shot and covering the goal, and then when he sends it across, you have that split second to realize whether it's a shot or something that you can play. So, but nice job, and Sterling kept it out of harm's way there.
And it seems like Sterling has done a good job at covering anything that's across the middle of the net defensively. They always seem to mark their men.
Well, we got a foul call here. Something I can say. Let's see if we can pick this up on replay. As it comes across, there's a play to Moreland. Oh yeah, the Oakcrest defender comes out and pushes him away. But that's.
I think that might have been on the foul on Kevin Martin. That's what I think. But they're going to come together and talk about it.
Referee's discussing something.
Well, if that's what you think, John, we're going to make sure you stay out of the referee's discussion.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, that's actually, they came down and looked like Oakcrest came. The Oakcrest defender looks like he cleared Josh out, but I'm not exactly sure where that foul came from because they're putting the ball all the way back across the field. So I can see that on another replay here.
Like I said, I believe it might have been on Kevin Martin when he was on Kevin Martin. Josh Moreland in a great position to really shoot here.
Yeah, this is really a dangerous position on the field.
Let's see what they can do. Josh Moreland's going to be the one to kick it. Goes straight into the wall. Berkeley, and that's going to be a corner for Sterling. Another dangerous chance for Sterling. Berkeley could have easily been able to turn around, and goalie was out of position, out of the net, and may be able to get a shot on net.
It looks like Josh was trying to trip it over the wall to Berkeley, and then caught one of the guys on the wall, and then came back in
corner. In the box, jumping around.
Watch the push. Thank you.
And I'm not 100% sure what was there.
What the call is. The ball went up in the air. Sterling comes up with the head. It looks like Sterling took their own player out here. So
yeah,
not exactly sure what the call is.
I think the referees need to look on their cell phones and look at. They should have the Channel 19 broadcast on at all times to look at replays.
I think they called a foul on Mike Berkeley, fouling Mike Ermel on that play. So, well, we would have taken a play on with that one.
We'll get a close-up in those conferences to see if they don't pull their phone out and act like they're talking, but looking at the Channel 19 replay.
Team Hall able to stop the ball, loses the ball right here in a dangerous position, right in the Sterling's, close to the 18-yard box. Sterling having a trouble of a time getting that ball clear. As McFadden able to get that one clear. Berkeley tries to go after it, but it's going to be a throw-in for Sterling.
Yeah, Sterling was well positioned defensively. They had about 5 guys behind the ball here. And like I said, the Oakcrest not exactly pushing up into the offensive third right now.
Marty going after it. It's going to go and give it back to McFadden. McFadden gives it to Ermel.
Approaching about 15 minutes in the first half here. This is historically where Coach Marley's makes quite a few substitutions. So we'll see if that stays true to form here in the playoffs.
Both teams playing really good. Loma's going to be there in the box to get to that one and give it to Justin Burr. Oakcrest with another chance, but Justin Burr able to stop.
Good job by Justin Burr. Nice job by Kevin Martin there.
Good job by Martin with the move, but also fending off defender there. Get a little bit physical.
Martin's going to take a shot and just misses the goal.
Yeah, there was Matt Martin with a little burst of energy here. Has some space here, takes one touch, looks to the goal, puts his head down and takes a nice shot, but just a little off goal. But that's a nice opportunity there by Matt Martin.
Tries to go near side of the goal.
But the play that set that up, it was a nice nifty move by Kevin Martin where he patiently brought the ball down. Then if he would have played it one time, then that defender could have went back to help out with the next pass. But he made the defender come play him and then cleared the ball up to Berkeley.
And you can see some of the fans take a look at the foul. I personally don't agree with that foul.
Yeah.
He hit the ball first. I don't think the ref had a different view. We have, of course, have the cameras to relook at it. Of course, the refs don't have that, and it's tough
John,
to make.
You just don't want us to win that sportsmanship award, do you? Hopefully, the judges aren't listening to you on the broadcast.
Yeah. Again, in the benefit of replay, he got all ball there, but looking at it at live speed, I kind of thought it was a foul at that time too. There was a nice view from our camera angle there, a new camera angle.
And Sean, something you said just a little bit ago, and the word you use, and we've used it a couple times, is patience. And I think that's the key when you're going against a team that's an underdog. The further you go, sometimes you're going to feel the need to force things if you've had missed opportunities. But I think if you stay with it and you are patient, ultimately you're going to cash in on those offensive opportunities.
There's Josh Moreland now coming into the midfield.
Gonna take a shot, takes a clip off of a defender's cleat, and nice easy save for William Grayson, the goalie for Oakcrest.
Yeah, Devin Burton crashed in the net there and takes a shot here, and then actually clicks off the heel of the Oakcrest defender. But that got through. That would have been a nice opportunity there for Devin Byrne. He tried to play straight through and it goes all the way down to Joey Lomas. As you see the senior, are they fat heads on the corner there?
Yeah, the fat heads. Yeah. Or bubble heads as well as Kevin Martin almost gets through. Good job from Oakcrest defender to stop him.
Sterling looking to make wholesale subs on the next stoppage of play here.
Tim Hall able to defend that one. Oakcrest still with it. Oakcrest still going out wide now, waiting for someone to cross it into. Goes into the box, shot, and that's way up high, and that's gonna be a goal kick for Sterling.
Yeah, it's a nice opportunity for Oakcrest there. Mike Armour left his feet and tried to make a slide tackle, and they played through, and that created that opportunity for Oakcrest. You wouldn't mind seeing Armour keep his feet there, especially with defenders behind him.
And Sterling obviously has more of the attack time, but Oakcrest is countering with some just quick opportunities and either sails wide or you end up getting a goal kick, but they are getting their share of opportunities. It's just not a sustained attack like Sterling's had so far.
Yeah, they're definitely flowing into that offensive transition very quickly.
Transition, yeah, that's the word. That's it for.
Sterling made wholesale changes here, so let's see if they can kind of keep the pressure on Oakcrest here.
Yes, Mike Berkeley comes out. Josh Garcia comes in for him. And I see Jimmy Zagaro in there, Kevin Stubbs, Rob Toomey, and of course Jake Camardo.
Jake Camardo, I think Braden Sheehan was also subbed in that. So that's one of Sterling's strengths is they keep attacking you, and they attack you with fresh legs throughout the game. And again, you don't necessarily see the dividends on the first time it happens, but definitely in the second half when you notice it.
And that's what they said about the St. Augustine game. St. Augustine was kind of caught off guard because Sterling pressed them right from the get-go, whereas there's a lot of teams that play a team of St. Augustine's caliber. They just kind of stay back on their heels and just try to defend. They don't attack as aggressively as Sterling did.
It's going Tim Hall leaves his feet here over the slide tackle and clips the Oakcrest player. Pretty easy call there for the official. Now Oakcrest is going to get an opportunity for a restart here. But we saw the restart. Oakcrest has 4 players down here, and Sterling has 6 defenders guarding the 4. As they play a short ball here, Oakcrest pushes it up. A nice opportunity there. Is that Keegan Samuel? I can't make out the number there. As a number 9, I'm sorry. It's Jack O'Brien. So
not a bad shot. I think O'Brien is one of their leading scorers right there. But with Sterling kind of having some numbers back there, I figure if you get any type of shot, even if it's a little further out, anything can happen.
Well, it's actually, if you notice, they put 4 players back on the far post, and then they played it short to O'Brien, who tried to take advantage of some open field space in front of him. So nice restart there by Oakcrest to try to generate an opportunity where you wouldn't think there normally would be one.
Again, Jack O'Brien, a sophomore with 12. Good job from the Oakcrest attacker. Again, just a reminder, West Deptford has beaten Manchester Township. That game was already played. And Sterling, if they win, will host West Deptford, as West Deptford's the number 3 seed. But again, if Oakcrest wins, Oakcrest goes to West Deptford.
Yeah, the West Deptford victory over Manchester Township would sound more impressive if it was girls basketball. But but for soccer, it's they won 5-1.
Manchester Township obviously is one of the elite girls basketball teams in the state of New Jersey. I believe they've I know they've won state championships in the group, but also I believe they've won a tournament of champions. And they in the last few years have had multiple Division I players come out of their program, and we played them a couple times, and boy, they're outstanding. The one girl we faced a couple different times, I'm forgetting her name, but she's a little bit over 6 foot, but plays like a guard. Can run the floor. You might remember her name.
Her first name was Destiny. I can't remember her last name. There's 2 sisters that played, but Destiny was the one who was a Division I caliber player, and for a long time.
Oakcrest getting some attack time, as Sterling hasn't really seen any attack time since the wholesale change.
Yeah, no, it's been quick hitting, like you were saying, in transition, but nothing consistent. And you've seen a few glimpses of that right now. Sterling doing a good job countering that with getting the ball to midfield. Good job going wide.
Camardo looking, goes to Garcia. Garcia comes back and goes for Stubb. Stubb able to get there, and
it was a good idea by Josh. Got a little too much air under that ball, though, to let the defense fire. But the you'd like to see Josh Garcia try to put a little bit more pressure on that defender, especially since the defender has to guard both him and Berkeley. It looks like he's going to be the one-on-one defender or the primary defender against our attack. They'd like to see them run him across the field a little bit.
Sterling almost gets a nice pass, nice shot at goal, but Oakcrest able to keep Sterling honest and good defend. And there's going to be a foul on Justin Burr, just a little bit over the halfway line. Quick kick from Sterling. Josh Moreland going to cross this one in, going to give it to Garcia or Camardo, and it's going to be called offsides.
Oh. Yeah, it was good idea by Jadis McFadden. He saw Moreland was open, tried to get the ball quickly to him. Obviously, we can't see. We're not down the line. So as Moreland serves this ball, as it comes across, they got an offside call on Josh. A referee right on the line there.
Garcia was offsides. Just saw a little bit of a clip of it before the ball got there. But I believe the refs, you know.
Oh, mark this moment down in history. Sterling 19 history. John Hallward's agreeing with the referee.
I usually do.
Sure, you don't want to look at that again, John?
Yeah, no. You might have to change your mind there, John.
As Oakcrest, one of their players down, and
yeah, it comes through as they come through the ball, and then Jimmy Zingaro runs through and they collide heads here.
And the referees are giving the coach from Oakcrest a warning.
As they stop the clock here. And number 25 looks like he got the worst of that collision there. I believe it's Ryan Marlino.
Ref said you're gone the next time I hear something. Sean, I mean, you're around here a lot. Have you ever seen a soccer coach get tossed?
No, actually. I've seen it warned a couple times.
Okay. John has. Okay.
I was the one to toss him. I was the ref for a little kids rec league, and the coach got a little too. It's funny. It's always about the rec leagues that the parents and the coaches are 10 times more serious about them.
Well, we know that.
Well, I've seen it at a club level. Matter of fact, one time when I was working with FC Delco, I went out to Chicago for a tournament with them, and I ended up finishing coaching one of the games because both coaches got tossed.
I saw a baseball game. I think it was like a Babe Ruth game, and the coach got thrown out. And the wife was in the car and wouldn't let him get in the car.
Yeah.
Usually that's pretty bad if you know the other team's against you, but if your wife's against you too.
Garcia has a chance at net, and that one goes way wide, and nothing to really worry about William Grayson on that shot.
Yeah, it comes through, and Josh makes a nice little spin move here, takes the shot, and then gets a little bit more ground than ball there, and it goes wide to the long side. So Josh using his body well, and then sending it to long side, and then yeah, like I say, it's one he's actually done before over the year. He just missed that one.
That's going to be Sterling's ball, number 18, Calvin Arena.
Jim Zingaro with the throw in. Jake Camardo playing it down to Josh Garcia.
No. Nothing there. We're on this way.
Sterling's going to have another throw in. Very dangerous throw in as Jimmy Zingaro will take the long throw in.
This is a little less dangerous than a 2 o'clock game, because usually at a 2 o'clock game the sun is shining right in the goalie's eyes at this point. So
Zingaro looked like he was going to take a shot.
Yeah, good job following that up. Just missed getting to it, but good hustle there by Jimmy Zingaro.
As Andrea Johnson comes down and pushes and really makes the transition there, and just misses it. Nice opportunity there by Oakcrest. Andrea Johnson gives it down here, and on a little far give and go here, uses his speed, and nice job by Justin Burr to stay with him. But that was just a 70-yard sprint there for Andrea Johnson.
Yeah, Justin Burr recovered and had a little bump there right at the end, and I think that, along with Joe Lomas coming out, is what kind of negated things. As we look at this again, we've got somebody down. Sean's going to step away.
Look at Lomas. It looks like it might be his hand, and that's not going to be good for a goalie. And he might want some support on it. And
Is that a sub? We'll take that sub.
Yeah, I think another look here. There you see Barrett doing a good job getting physical, bumping on the ball. And then Lomas came in. That's what we talk about, John. He looked like it hit his hand, but the split-second decision-making you have to have as a goalie.
Let me take a look at it again, and it looks like it might be. Well, he's going back in net, so I don't think it's too much of a serious injury. It's probably more of a, he was kind of surprised about that one, about that shot.
Yeah, the opportunity, most of their opportunities that you're getting from Oakcrest, like we were saying, come off transitions, and you see they had a through ball, and we're able to get it on the foot of the forward. But yeah, nice job of both Burr and Joey Lomas doing what they had to do there. Nice bump from Burr on the forward.
Still playing with his hand, it's Lomas. Kind of wonder if it's more of a finger problem, that his fingers got like bent a little too backwards.
A lot of starters here going back in.
Yeah, Sterling looking to keep the pressure on for the last 10 minutes, 10-plus minutes of the half here. But as this game's worn on, Oakcrest has woken up a little bit and trying to have a little more opportunities on the attack that they weren't looking for in the first 15, 20 minutes.
And I think, you know, if you're a pretty big underdog coming into this game, you know, you're going to get more and more confidence as the game goes further and Sterling's not been able to score. You kind of feed off that as things get going.
Now, nice dispossession by Josh Moreland here.
Moreland gets dispossessed real quick. Moreland able to get it right back. Moreland has the entire Oakcrest defense on him with that ball. Garcia able to make a nice little play. Could have a shot at net, unable to, and it's going to be a Sterling throw-in.
Yeah. Two really nice plays here by Julian Madelon. One to take the ball away from Josh Moreland. The other one here to kind of dispossess Josh Garcia. As we got wholesale changes here.
Brandon Sheehan, Kevin Stubbs, Rob Toomey, Camardo, and Josh Garcia all come out. Berkeley comes in. Throw comes in. Chance for Moreland as the goalie hits that ball out, and it's a dangerous foul and maybe a card coming out me.
It looks like it comes out here. He turns the play. He misses the ball. Josh goes to play it, and then Madelon plays the ball through. Once again, it's a...
Oakcrest does not like the call, but...
I'm not sure if that call once against Sterling, I'd be a big fan of that call either. Let's say set up a wall here, which is approximately 5 yards away. We're going to have to move it back.
Fair distance. Again, Josh Moreland. Again, dangerous at free kicks. Could be a high chance. See, here he goes. Josh Moreland goes around, and easy save for William Grayson.
Yeah, nice opportunity here as Moreland puts it right on the side of the wall, tries to bend it in. As Berkeley was kind of running across the wall, so they're trying to get a little misdirection for the keeper, but the keeper does a nice job of staying on top of it.
Cross comes in.
Matt Martin crosses it. Kevin Martin plays it down as Devin Byrne goes to try to retrieve the loose ball.
Matt Martin. Timmy Hall. Timmy Hall came using his speed again. Berkeley using his physicality to use. Maroney. Take a look at the free kick from Josh Moreland.
So Josh comes across. You see Berkeley running across here, and they're trying a little misdirection. And look, he had a nice open shot there. Kind of put a little bend on it. If he would have kind of kept that straight, he probably would have had a better opportunity there. But so he's bending back towards the goalie, but the goalie did a nice job of coming across. Grayson did a nice job of coming across and staying on top of it.
McFadden holding on. He's going to give it to Matt Martin. Matt Martin's going to have Hall with him. Decides to stop, give it to Ermel. Now in the middle, goes back out wide to Maroney. Maroney able just to get there before it goes out of bounds.
Lay down the Burr, who tries to find
Berkeley. Could have a chance on it. Wasn't able to collect the ball. Martin now racing toward the ball. Jack O'Brien, Jack O'Brien with it. Is able to win the ball. Now Sterling having to defend again. Oakcrest having a little bit of a tries for a through ball, but just a little too heavy on the pass, and Lomas able to get to the ball.
That's their plan, to hit the ball up. You've got Andre Johnson up here kind of ahead of the pack, and he was the one who almost had that opportunity against Lomas a few minutes ago.
Wind's picked up a little bit.
Yeah, wind blowing in Lomas's face here as he puts the ball down and tries to kick. Last time he had a prevailing win against St. Augustine, it worked to our favor towards the end of the game.
Mike Berkeley able to score the game-winning goal in the final minutes of the Coaches Cup quarterfinals. Of course, that game had a thunderstorm delay because, again, of the thunderstorm. Sterling gonna give it to Matt Martin now. Matt Martin's gonna cross it into the middle, and a good job from Oakcrest's defense, able to kick it out. Justin Burr has plenty of time. He's gonna cross it in for Berkeley. Berkeley unable to get to it. Now Moreland now could have a shot. You know how dangerous he's outside from the 18-yard box. Able to get it back. Moreland takes a shot, and that's going to go straight to the goalie of William Grayson. William Grayson really keeping Oakcrest in the game.
Yeah, Josh Moreland just showing you how good he is. He's just trying to grab the, possessing the ball. His first touches and his touches back to himself are just are really good. I mean, he comes down and he really can control the ball.
Well, that's the difference when you only have a pure scorer. They can create their own opportunities like that and gain separation, and especially in this case with him having two defenders on him at all times.
There's a ball coming up. You see Oakcrest lost it in the sun. As it comes down, it was going to be an easy play to Oakcrest, but he looked up and he looked right into the sun. Again, this game's starting at 12 o'clock. It gives you a little bit of different sun angles here.
Moreland now, a little bit bad of a first touch. Maroney's going to throw it in for Sterling. This would be a great shot for if you had Jimmy Zaguera for a long throw-in, but just Maroney's going to take the long throw-in, going to give it to Berkeley. Berkeley
deflect, finds Devin Byrne, who tries to put a left foot on it and go far post. It's just a little bit wide. So nice job here. A little flick by Berkeley. Byrne does a nice job of pushing away from the defender. Defender coming towards him and pushes past him, and then tries to hit it with the left foot and just misses left. You see this throw from our crow's nest camera. I like the view here.
It is a really nice view of the other side of the field. Again, just 4 minutes unofficially left of this first half. Still 0-0. Winner of this game will be facing West Deptford. Either Oakcrest wins, will be facing at West Deptford. Sterling wins, West Deptford comes to Sterling.
Yeah, Sterling, nice job on defense there. I don't think Oakcrest's opportunity is going to come from taking a shot without a defender in their face. It's going to come across and trying to find somebody far post or find somebody near post, on a run. I don't think that attack's going to work when they try to play through Sterling, because Sterling's very sound defensively here.
course, our next TV soccer game will be Friday, November 5th, 11 a.m., where the girls soccer team will take on Seneca in the Group 2 girls quarterfinals.
Yeah, Seneca, a team that's actually moved down a group. I think they used to be Group 3. So it's been the first time seeing them in the playoffs.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't remember seeing them in that. I guess they're just enrollment. So we have played them one time before, probably just in a regular season, obviously non-conference game.
Of course, I always hear good things from Seneca about their soccer program, as almost as like as Shawnee and their soccer program.
Go!
I believe they're the Eagles. Is that correct?
Yes.
Seneca Eagles?
Golden Eagles, I think.
Golden Eagles. Okay.
Not the regular Eagles like the West Defford. It's the golden.
Clearly not the regular Eagles, the golden Eagles.
All right, well, we're going to have to insult them tomorrow and call them Silver or something. The Silver Knights against the Golden Eagles, huh?
Josh Moreland now on a run, defended off, and Sterling will have another throw-in in the final minutes of this first half.
Just hope Seneca brings their bronze game tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm using my Olympic references here.
Yeah.
We have to, Mr. Strauss isn't here, so we got to. Oh yeah, Mr. Strauss is in Virginia, so he's checking out our broadcast. So we'll throw in a hockey reference here. A lot of mucking and grinding here in the center of the field.
Tumping and chasing.
Yeah.
I'm sure Strauss would be loving you right now.
Yeah, looks like the Oakcrest is putting in that left wing lock here on Josh Moreland as he's fighting it off. Moreland drawing all sorts of attention here.
And does get a foul called against him. I'm kind of surprised. It looked like he got pushed off the ball.
And Moreland comes through and kind of plays the ball into him, but then actually after he plays the ball, runs into defender. It's a good call by the referee.
Yep.
So.
Nothing to disagree with.
Have broadcasters ever been thrown out? No. I don't think we've had anybody in Channel 19. John's come close a couple times. But.
And
Sterling would throw in. Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure that ball was completely out there. And Justin Maroney picks it up real quick.
Because they say something doesn't mean it change.
To the replay, and I call it to reverse the call here, and they throw it in. Sterling does a nice job of clearing it out here.
And now we're going to hit extra time, so refs will keep it. And, of course, right on time. That's the end of the first half. Sterling is tied 0-0 against Oakcrest. We'll be right back for second half action.
What's up? I'm DJ Wagner, and I play for Camden High. I got vaccinated against COVID-19 so I can protect my teammates, coaches, family, and friends.
I got my shot because I know the truth. The vaccine works and saves lives.
With the Delta variant spreading, we need you to get off the bench and get in the game.
No excuses.
The vaccine is the best way we can protect our community.
This is your shot.
This is your shot.
Make it count.
For a list of free vaccination locations, visit CamdenCounty.com/vaccine.
So I played club soccer, and it was like 2020 when like COVID first started. I had to play a tournament with my mask on, and this kid, he was like 6'5", playing center mid, and he pulled down his mask, and he looks at me and he goes, "You're small," and laughed at me because I tried to mark him on a 6'2", and it was the most disrespectful thing anyone's ever done to me.
So.
My most embarrassing sports moment is probably when I was in 3rd grade. I was playing up in a basketball game with like some 5th graders, and I shot the ball on the wrong basket. And not only did I do that, but I also airballed the shot.
When I was 8 years old, I was playing goalie and I ran straight into the post and broke my nose.
Probably like trying to kick the ball, completely whiffed and just fell on my face.
My first game in goal, killing the other team threw the ball in, and it bounced in front of me, went over my head and in the net. And I was so embarrassed because that's like the worst thing that can happen as a goalkeeper, especially in your first game, but it didn't count as a goal.
Tried to clear a ball, and I hit it to my teammate, and then he caught it with his hand. His name's Josh Moore.
My teammate kicked the ball at me during a game, and I caught it. When I was younger, I forgot my cleats to a game that was an hour away.
Getting cracked in football and quitting.
Me getting bodied against West Defford my freshman year.
Probably scoring an own goal.
How many shots I missed my sophomore year?
My most embarrassing sports moment would probably have to be when I face planted on the court playing freshman basketball.
Scoring an own goal in a championship with Beach Blast.
Probably getting ran over by my coach last year.
Probably playing with Justin Maroney.
I was playing imaginary basketball with my friend Jimmy, and he made me fall without the ball in his hands.
Tripping over my feet on the breakaway.
As a kid, I kicked the ball up in the air, and the wind took it, and I scored an own goal. Yeah.
Missing a wide open net.
Going to kick the ball and whiffing. Yeah.
Where were you? You were supposed to meet me at my locker.
I had to get my books.
Let's go.
Where are we going?
Don't worry about it. just getting up there. He's up there. Yeah, I'm ready. And welcome back to second half action, of course, brought to you by with great, now I can't think of your
John,
name.
you can do it.
Oh,
It's Mr.
man.
Schultz.
Yep, Kevin Schulz, and I'm John Holler right here to bring you live coverage of second half action of this Group 2 quarterfinals in South Jersey. Sterling facing Oakcrest. Whoever wins this game will play Monday, November 8th against West Deptford, whoever, 2 o'clock. If Sterling wins, we're not 100% sure what time it would be if Oakcrest win, likely also 2 o'clock, but Oakcrest will travel to West Deptford. Sterling wins, West Deptford travels to Sterling.
John, in no way would I expect you to know my name. We've only done 300 games together.
Total brain did not want to work today.
That's all right. A senior moment, right? Call it that. A senior moment. But you looked at that first half, and Sterling had some good opportunities. I think Oakcrest did a good job on Josh Moreland, definitely sending a lot of defenders his way, had him in his face, made things difficult for him. And Oakcrest has not been bad in transition or getting Andre Johnson ahead of the pack and almost convert on one, only to have Justin Burr make a nice play, as well as Joe Lomas coming out of net to break things up. So this is an Oakcrest team that defensively so far are doing what they need to do, but at the same time are getting some quick hitting offensive opportunities a couple times in transition. Definitely a scary team to have hanging around here at this point.
Main question right now is Joey Lomas. I can't quite remember what hand it is, but I believe it might be his left hand.
Okay, and just as you say that, you see Joe Lomas come in, but as we were saying prior to that, you had Andre Johnson getting ahead of the pack, but Timmy Hall was equal to that and kind of gets between Johnson and the goaltender.
Timmy Hall able to clear it out. Ermel able to gain back possession. Ermel going up to midfield, tries to give it to Mike Berkeley, unable to. And Mike Ermel just bodies him. More of a hockey hit than a soccer hit.
Mike Ermel is a street hockey player, so that's an appropriate reference there, John.
There you go, Strauss. I kind of use a little bit of a hockey term.
The tanker's a hockey guy.
Yep. Ermel, I think maybe Justin Bird, not 100% sure.
Okay.
Tank able to clear it up, and it's going to be a throw-in for Oakcrest.
And coming out of that, getting Sterling to the half and still not having any goals being scored, I think's really amped up this Oakcrest team. You see with the way they're playing. You also hear the kids on the sidelines are a little more vocal right now.
Oakcrest now on a transition. Jack O'Brien, sophomore, one of the main goal scorers for Oakcrest, and Sterling's defense able to clear that one away, and that ball still won't go out. It still as the ball goes out.
Okay, here's a replay. See him coming here. This is Devin Byrne. They did the slide tackle right on him, so Oakcrest Really playing aggressive on the defensive end.
Berkeley has a chance to cross, cuts inside, and that ball goes out, and a throw-in for Sterling.
Defensively, Mike Berkeley initially gains a little bit of separation. You see the extra defender come over there, and just like they're on Josh Moreland, Mike Berkeley also is a kid who's going to draw a lot of attention with what he's done this year on the offensive end.
Gonna try and give it to Matt Martin, and a little lower than what Matt Martin would have wanted.
That's a great view from a camera in the crow's nest. Just at the corner of that box.
Low cross. Martin now has a chance. And Martin takes the volley and gets too much under it.
Well, what happened here, you saw Josh Moreland draw a few three defenders his way. Well, that's going to leave the middle open. Got it to the middle. But Oakcrest also defended the pass very well. So Oakcrest is doing a good job on the back end.
Berkeley has a chance. Kevin Martin takes a little bit of a chip shot, and that just goes over the net. Sterling having two major chances early in the second half, and both miss, goes over the net. Kevin Martin, their penalty kicker specialist.
Saw that one. Initially it looked like Tank Maroney lost that one in the sun.
And that ball goes out, and Matt Martin will be the one to throw it in for Sterling. Gives it to Berkeley. Moreland now. Kevin Martin. And Oakcrest, again, doing a great job defending. And now Jack O'Brien now with a burst of speed. Going to try and go around now Maroney and Ermel as that ball goes out about where the edge of the 18-yard box is. And
good job of Maroney defending right there, because they definitely had, again, Andre Johnson going to the net.
Cross comes in. McFadden able to kick this one out. Moreland's going to be the first one to get to it. It's going to make a run for Berkeley. Berkeley unable to get a little bit of his head to it, so he can have a nice through ball for himself. McFadden now has to defend, still defending, and that ball goes out, and this could be a corner as Timmy Hall tries to keep it out away from a corner, and this is going to be, I believe it could be Oakcrest's first corner of the game.
And John, I think the big play there was the Oakcrest defender. This all happened in midfield when Josh Moreland was coming upfield. The Oakcrest defender anticipated the pass and cut it off going to Mike Berkeley, and that's how Oakcrest was able to get the ball going in transition and ultimately have the opportunity they have right now.
Back with me, let's go. Keep coming. Good there.
Sprint right.
Cross comes in, and Lomas with a nice grab in the air. Jack O'Brien with the cross. Lomas with the catch, and just a great grab.
Good job by Joe Lomas, not even taking a chance of that ball going across the middle. Just stepping up, realizing it was a fairly low kick, and taking advantage of that.
Chance at net, Berkeley, Kevin Martin, and a great job from Oakcrest, able to defend a great attack from Sterling, but Oakcrest defense coming up big.
And with each play Oakcrest makes defensively in the second half, again, you can hear
Berkeley down.
guys on the bench really get amped up.
Got that clock, stop.
Take a look as Kevin Martin just sends this one up. And we take a look.
Well, Berkeley might have collided with, I don't know if he collided with the elbow.
I don't know.
He was down
It's
from that point. And that's the same spot he's in. He's going to get up here.
slow to get up.
Here, let's look.
It's more like.
Oh, he definitely collided with the goalie. Not sure what he hit. Let's see it again. There's our crow's nest camera. Berkeley get ahead of the defender.
More looks like it's knee to knee.
Okay. No.
That's going to be a major loss if Berkeley won't be able to play for the rest of the game.
Yeah, no doubt. And he was really getting some opportunities in the last couple of minutes, getting the ball and making things happen with only somebody like Mike Berkeley can, with that high motor that he has when he's always going in the offensive end and really keeps defenders back on their heels and needing to just always know where he is in that offensive end.
Ball comes in. Kevin Martin now with a shot. First goal for Sterling in the quarterfinals.
Well, Sterling definitely putting the most consistent pressure over the last minute and a half or so in this second half, and you see that ball get loose. It went to the middle, went to Matt Martin. Two defenders were on him, came out, and Kevin Martin cashed in on that opportunity, and that's a big goal, obviously, for Sterling, just taking the pressure off.
Justin Burr with the assist. Kevin Martin with the first goal of the game comes into the second half, early on in the second half, just 9 minutes in, and we'll take another look at this. Just great cross, way to use his chest to settle it down, and a nice turnaround shot. Goes between the defender's legs, and goalie had no chance, was not ready for that shot.
And you, like we were saying, you could gradually feel like Oakcrest, with getting deeper and deeper in this game with no score, we're just feeling more and more confident, by the vocalness, the way the kids were amped up on the sidelines, and also with the way Oakcrest was playing. They were really playing inspired. So great job there by Kevin Martin, taking advantage of the opportunity. Here you see them come in here. That's Justin Burr with the initial kick to Matt Martin. Bounces out, and a great job of just getting to it and unloading on it, not taking any time to dribble it around, because you had two defenders coming your way, and that's one where Kevin Martin had to think quick and just one time it into the net, and he did just that.
And that foul play comes off from a Mike Berkeley limping off the field, and Sterling was able to get the drop ball, and in a way it kind of hurts that you don't have Mike Berkeley, as trying to see where he is on the bench, but he might be as he's getting checked from Sean Clank.
He's getting checked by Sean Clank, and Sean Clank is doing a quick tape job over there as you see him working on Mike Berkeley. So hopefully he's able to come back in this game.
Again, a major part of that Sterling offense. Mike Berkeley coming into this game only comes in with 8 goals and 5 assists. So the senior of Mike Berkeley does a great job up front, able to create chances, and of course draw defenders off from Josh Moreland too.
Sure. And even with both those guys having defenders coming their way, you see what can happen when the ball. Defenders overcover those guys. Other guys are going to get opportunities. Martin took advantage of that.
as long as this goal stands and Oakcrest does not score or win this game and wins this game, Sterling will be facing off West Defford home Monday at 2. Channel 19 will have coverage of that if Sterling does win this game. And foul was called as Sterling will get another free kick in a dangerous spot in Oakcrest's end.
This is where if you're Sterling offensively, you really want to put the pedal to the metal, and you know, 1-goal lead, you have to take care of things in transition, but
2-goal lead would.
Yeah, if somebody has a chance just to step in, maybe they might want to do that. And there's a whistle. No goal. Goal's waved off.
A little bit of push in the back, and take a look at this.
It's offsides. Yeah. Like Josh Garcia was a little bit offside there.
Singale sends it up, bounces up, and William Grayson able to pick that one up. As he punts it away. Kevin Martin able to get ahead to it, the goal scorer. And now Oakcrest on their own transition, and Sterling's defense gives it back to Lomas, and Lomas does a great job to clear that one away.
Well, the good thing that Sterling has to counter that transition is speed on the back end between Timmy Hall and Jadis McFadden. You're seeing it right there. Who's Andre Johnson on Oakcrest is one of the faster guys in the field, and they continue to have him go ahead of the play and dump the ball to him.
Ball goes out. And of course, take a look at the quarterfinals. West Defford beats Manchester Township. I haven't heard the score of that one, of the game, but it was 4-1. So West Defford beats Manchester Township 4-1, and of course, right now Sterling beating Oakcrest 1-0. So as it stands of right now, West Defford will be facing off Sterling in the semifinals of the South Group 2 jersey, and Sterling will be, of course, hosting West Defford. But still plenty of second half soccer to play, and Oakcrest still dangerous as anything.
No doubt. They're still, I mean, one thing I'll say for them.
Chance, and it mishandled, and sorry to interrupt you there, but
that's all right.
I believe Garcia was able to get a foot. No, it wasn't. It was Rob Toomey. Shoots it right at the goalie, and that ball almost could have gone in.
Yeah, good turn and shoot shot there by Toomey, and he got a lot on that one. I thought there might have been something called there on Jimmy Zingaro or against Oakcrest with the hit on Jimmy Zingaro, but nothing was called. I think the coaches thought something should have been called on the Oakcrest defender.
Lomas able to make a nice save. Able to jump higher than the attacker.
Yeah, Sterling getting some opportunities, John, and a lot of teams, after they get that goal against them, if they're the underdog, you see a sense of them being deflated from that point on. But Oakcrest is still playing as hard as they were up to that point. They're playing good defensively, and
Garcia just a little too much on the shoulder to shoulder, pushes the defender off of him. Clayton Husta was fouled on by Josh Garcia. Again, Sterling still looking, could be a second goal here soon from Sterling. Sterling having some great big chances, and I would even say Oakcrest might even get a goal too on how they've been playing. That ball still stays in as Oakcrest has to retrieve it, and that ball goes out, and Sterling will be able to throw that. We'll have the throw in as Jimmy Zaguero will throw it in for Sterling. Jimmy Zaguero goes cross field for Jake Camardo. Camardo takes, I don't know if that was a pass or a shot, but Moreland now with it in the corner. He's gonna try and get around the defender, Kenny, and he wasn't able to, but that ball will go back out, and Zaguero will have another throw in for him.
Hey, big throw, come on.
Zaguero's going to look to throw it into the box. He does. Garcia, the middle. Brandon Sheehan takes a shot. The most important goal probably so far in his sophomore career. Brandon Sheehan scores the second goal in the quarterfinals to really put a cushioning into this game for Sterling.
Well, you saw the head ball right there, but Braden Shan just really stayed with this one. The Oakcrest defender got control of Braden Shan, just kept chipping away, and not only got the ball, but a great sense to know that he had that whole left side open and put it into that spot. And wow, what a huge goal by Braden Shan to put Sterling ahead 2-0 here in this second half.
Sterling, Rob Toomey now on. Sterling looking totally different now after those first two goals. They feel refreshed. They look refreshed. They feel calmer than they did in the first half.
Well, this is what, we talk about depth and bringing guys off the bench, and a couple minutes before that, you saw Robbie Toomey, younger guy coming off the bench, had the nice shot, and then of course Braden Shan there with the goal. We'll look at it again here. Great shot here from our TV guys, tech guys.
Garcia able to head it away to Sheehan. Sheehan does get a first touch of it, tries to kick it, but able to take it away from a defender, and Brandon Sheehan able to use his right foot. And the goalie was not, just wasn't ready for it. You believe that your defenders have it on that spot. Defender just gave up the ball to Brandon Sheehan, and Brandon Sheehan was able to take the shot and score.
Yeah, and I think that's a case of Braden Sheehan not giving up on the play. You talked about, John, the defender getting the ball. Sometimes guys think the play's over, but he just stayed with it, and that was just a great hustle goal. And again, as well as a lot of times you get the ball there in a tight area, guys will just kick it, but he had the sense to look up and find the open area in the net.
Sterling playing a little bit dangerously. Again, we take another look at the goal.
See this again. Good head ball by Josh Garcia. I don't think we talked about that. Just kind of elevating that over the defender. Initial defender there.
I just like how he finishes the ball. He able to take away, cuts out from the defender, and then has a nice open lane at the goal, and has a nice shot at one of the Sterling players just down. I believe that might be Josh Moreland, and Moreland's still down. Timmy Hall is holding up his hand to the ref, saying a player is down. Moreland's holding.
Looks like he's holding his upper or his thigh up there. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Moreland's going to come off. Victor John will come in. Looks, he might have gotten kicked. Jack O'Brien now. Jack O'Brien's going to go outside the 18-yard box. Crosses that one in. Lomas has to make a nice diving save.
Well, John, a great save by Lomas.
And
Outstanding job.
Lomas is down.
He's down, but hopefully Joe's okay as you see him get up to his feet. But look at all the defenders over there. Sterling really had Oakcrest outnumbered and just got in the face of any of the forwards and didn't give them any chance to shoot. So really, you talk about team defense. First you see it from Joe Lomas making the great save, and then you see the defenders marking their men and not giving them any chance to get any legitimate opportunity there after that first ball going into Lomas.
Victor John was unable to get there. That's going to be a Sterling throw in. Oakcrest kicks one out. And again, Lomas a little bit bumped and bruised going through this game, and once in a while keep a look on him. He was down for a little bit, so again, just to keep a little close eye on him. McFadden now. He's going to cross through in the middle of the box, and no one able to get a foot to it, and a nice save for Oakcrest. William Grayson, the goalie for Oakcrest. Victor John could give it to Rob Toomey. Rob Toomey unable to get to it. And Timmy Hall with a nice slide tackle. And Timmy Hall has just been everywhere through this game on defense.
Well, to me, that's a great play, and it shows you that Sterling is not just back on their heels with the 2-0 lead, but they're also making things difficult in that midfield for Oakcrest. And what a play by Timmy Hall. And we're going to get a little bit of another look at that. Boy, Timmy Hall came in here like a missile. As you see this ball go out. Chris tries to hit out, thinking they had room upfield in the midfield, but Timmy Hall came in, and that's that great speed that he can use to come up into the play.
Good spot.
It's going to be in as the ball comes in for a throw-in. And is that going to be a corner? No, it won't be, as that hits off of Sterling's foot. And
Sean Clank is back. He's been a busy guy the last...
Push back, Blue, push back.
Yeah, it's out of...
Again, Sean Clank and Kevin Schulz. And I'm John Hollett here to bring you live coverage, of course, of this quarterfinals of Group 2 tournament, as Sterling's leading this 2-0 over Oakcrest, as two goal scorers of Kevin Martin and Brandon Sheehan.
Yeah, Braden Sheehan, nice. I believe that's his first goal of the year, so it couldn't come at a better time. So, we were coming down, and I was actually in the process of taping our girls volleyball team, who are getting ready to go to their playoff game today up at Barnegat. I believe that starts at 3:30.
You are right. Braden Sheehan has scored his first goal, has 1 assist, and another throw in, and that ball goes out, and that could be a goal kick.
Wait for a whiff on that restart.
So there's going to be a throw in here. Ups in this. Goes get a head in the ball. That's Kevin Stubbs with the head. And goes up in the bed. So, but yeah, it's not. Nice job. Couldn't be happier for Braden. Braden worked so hard, and actually to see something like that come, see a goal come fruition in playoff time, there's nothing better. And so this is a great job by Braden.
And that was a hard work goal because he just stayed with it. And a skilled goal. He found the opening.
Stayed with it.
He's going to float a shot, and that might have been just a fingertip off the goalie. And are they going to give the corner? They are going to give the corner to Sterling.
It's going to be a turn. Nice job here by Rob Toomey. Coming down with the left, shooting far side. Nice job by Robbie Tooney here.
Berkeley does come back into the game, of course, more where his knee was. See right see on him is a little bit of a knee brace.
Well, that's an expert rap job by whoever the athletic trainer is.
You always do a good job, Sean Clank.
Well, I have to give you the Flyers version of the injuries when we come down here because you can't talk about an individual injury. But we'll just say it's a lower body injury.
Lower body injury.
Lower and upper body injury. Another hockey reference out there for Mr. Strauss.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I keep looking at Lomas. Lomas is either like stretching out a little bit, so.
Of course, Lomas had a great hand save there. They kicked the ball out of, knocked the ball out of harm's way just a couple minutes ago.
Toomey's going to give it to Matt Martin. Matt Martin tries to win it, unable to, hits off of him, but is going to go back to Ermel. Ermel's going to have a shot to cross it. Defender able to grab it, and now Oakcrest on a transition.
Yeah, it's down by 2 goals. You're going to see Oakcrest coming into desperation mode there, and kind of we saw it here is as Maroney was trying to obstruct a little bit, and the Oakcrest player looks like he kind of grabbed him and pushed him down, but Oakcrest got the call there.
He is holding his bottom half, more of his back or to his quad area. But I don't know if it's just, it could probably be nothing, but you saw him take 2 big hits in, of course, one in the first half where he was one-on-one with the goal with the attacker, and his hand looked more like his fingers went backwards or something. He was complaining about, and
well, we'll see here. He's taking the goal kick. Lomas takes it.
A little bit lower than usual for Lomas. Timmy Hall able to head that one away and give it to Kevin Martin. Kevin Martin, of course, was the first goal scorer to put Sterling ahead. As that ball is going to get crossed in, Lomas will keep that one in.
Yeah, nice job by Lomas. As it comes across here, nice head ball here. As Tim Hall's in position, he just kind of got outsized there a little bit. But nice job by Lomas making the save and keeping it in. Here's Kevin Martin. We always talk about the skill set of Josh Moreland. But Kevin Martin's also probably the second most skilled player here as far as foot skills, as far as the team and controlling the ball.
Again, he really holds that midfield to some great levels, and feel like we don't talk about him enough on what he does and how he's able to help support Sterling's attack.
Well, the interesting thing is that when you talk to some coaches, they say the more you don't talk about the midfield, the better they're doing. Because they actually control the game and then push them, move the ball along, and they get people in better opportunities here. So when they say you don't talk about the midfield.
Toomey's going to give it to Victor John, and a great job from the defender. Toomey's going to have another chance to tick in a cross, and that gets deflected. And Berkeley now has a chance, could possibly give it to Kevin Martin now. Kevin Martin now with another chance, looking for his second goal. And Sterling was in a very dangerous position as Ermel still with it. Still very dangerous. Ermel goes down, no call. Now Oakcrest on transition. And Timmy Hall able to gain it back, and
it's a nice steal there by Johnson. Johnson did a nice job on for Oakcrest here.
You can hear their coaches, they really want to try to push people up into the play, obviously being down 2-0 nearing
Just-
the 10-minute mark.
Yeah. 10 minutes unofficially.
Well, again, they're in a little desperation mode, so they're going to pick up and try to gamble a little bit on offense. So subsequently, that might give Sterling some opportunities on the offensive end as well because they're bringing another player up. You see Lomas grabbing the ball out. So at this point, Sterling should be playing the gamesmanship game here, and Lomas should be taking 7 or 8 seconds every time he gets the ball, and we should be taking time to throw-ins here.
Technically, in the rules, you can't actually hold the ball for 7 to 8 seconds. It's 6 seconds, but
Yes. Yeah.
depending on the ref, you can push the limits. Yeah.
Well, judging your comments on the refereeing earlier today, John, I think we get 12 seconds.
We have to have a rule book in hand when we're with John.
Victor John, goalie fumbles with the ball. William Grayson fumbles the soccer ball in a very dangerous spot. Victor John almost gets a foot to that.
Well, again, we talk about the depth there. You see Victor John, another guy coming off the bench, and I think as we talked about, Braden Shan, Robbie Toomey, these are guys who've come in this second half and have really been impactful. And I know Coach always talks about him having probably his most complete team, and the depth that they have is definitely part of that.
Sure. I mean, again, you talk about the skill level on the team right now. You talk about 7, 8 years ago, guys like Victor John and Braden Sheehan would be starters for most of the season.
Right.
Playing majority of the time.
And again, Coach Marley talks about how this team could be starting for other teams and be playing for the whole season. But it just breeds competition along with the other players, proving that they want more playing time and why they should be played a little bit more than the other. In the long run, each player just gets better and better every day.
Yeah. But again, you see an opportunity there where you saw Robbie Toomey run time of the ball going across. They're two Victor John. Again, they're two guys who, you have no hesitation putting them on the field. Both sophomores, you put them on the field, they'd let them play. Again, you're talking about a second-round playoff game where you have sophomores playing significant minutes on the field, and that's a testament to their level of skill as well, and their confidence level.
Zingaro just gets a little foot to it. Victor John going to give to Moreland. Moreland now to Zingaro. Zingaro looking. Heads it up to Berkeley. And that gets quite defended well. Zingaro now with it. It's going to give it to Victor John. Victor John gets a heel on it. And Stubbs and Victor John both fighting for the ball. And I don't know if that got deflected. But
how about that? Just Victor John comes across and then hits the ball. I thought it came off of.
No, it didn't. It looked like it did come off of a player, but.
Yeah, I thought it came off of Oakcrest player live, but you're seeing the replay. That's a nice call, better for you. Again, Sterling should be no hurry offensively here either. They should be playing the flag and kind of, your clock's your friend at this point. Yeah. So. So, Sterling with the throw in here. I know there's a good fan base over there. We had a strong pep rally yesterday. Actually, I was not. I was actually, my duty for the pep rally was by the concession stand.
And Rob Toomey able to get a head. No, it was not Rob Toomey. Jake Camardo gets a head to it and makes it 3-0. Sterling puts this with that goal puts this game to bed.
Yeah, nice player. Zangaro plays right ahead. It got Stubbs playing to the cross. It's a flick by Berkeley. And Jake Camardo just flying in and putting the header in the back of the net. Nice job by Jake Camardo.
Great cross from Stubbs. Berkeley heads it up towards Camardo, and Camardo with a great finish from his head. And 3-0 now, and Sterling with full control and time on their side It's looking like Oakcrest is going to lose this one.
And Sterling right now, as this game gets to the latter end, just overwhelming Oakcrest, having them back on their heels and just having a lot of numbers on the offensive end.
Yeah, there's and you look at those, you look at that type of goal, it comes across, and again, it's Michael Berkeley outworking him, getting the flick of the head ball on there, and then putting it down on the, putting it down far side, and Jake Camardo just hustling and putting the ball into the net. So, and sometimes he, it's like sometimes we marvel at the skill of soccer, but sometimes it's the, it's the 1-2, and the kids, just want the ball more, and that was the situation there. And this is a time of the game where you start to see Sterling's depth take its make its mark as far as seeing fresh legs out there. As you see the Oakcrest players, feeling fatigue and feeling a little bit tired and not being quite as fresh as Sterling at this point. So it comes across, and here's Zingaro just plays it right ahead to Stubbs. Stubbs with a nice cross here. Again, Berkeley just working hard, getting his head in there. And then Jake Camardo coming in from the outside in, and puts it away. And then takes a hit from his own teammates here.
And that is Jake Camardo's 7th goal of the season. That's going to be Mike Berkeley's, I believe, 6th assist if they're going to give it to him. But they should be able to give it to him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, create the whole opportunity. And again, the goalie kind of put the goalie in a position where they kind of feel naked, like, what else can I do? So.
Nothing much he could have done on that. Camardo really came out of nowhere and left wide open on for the header, and
our opponent, if things hold up here, obviously it's going to be West Deptford. We tied them there, and we beat them here in a game on Channel 19. I believe that was the game, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, that they clinched the conference?
Yes.
Okay, they clinched the conference a couple weeks back, so definitely a familiar opponent.
Yeah.
But as Coach Marley says, in every one of these games, it's more about them, Sterling, playing their game, doing what they have to do on their end, as opposed to who they're playing.
Well, again, and it should be a really good game. West Deptford, the defending Group 2 champions from last year. Again, a little COVID-affected bracket last year, and everybody thought it was if you talk to people around the soccer community, they kind of smirk sometimes and say, everything was kind of illegitimate last year. But West Deptford proving that was no fluke, coming back and making the semifinal rounds again this year. With a new coach.
Did they? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. The old coach actually moved into an administration position, and they got a new coach here. So West Deptford definitely going to be a tightly contested, high-quality game here.
Of course, we'll have that live to you on Monday at 2 p.m.
And we got to make sure everybody gets their sleep this weekend too, John, because clocks move back.
Oh yeah, the clocks.
So they got an extra hour of sleep here for this weekend. So about
you know what's gonna feel worse is that I'm gonna wake up and I'll think it's 6, but it's actually 5.
Yeah.
Be like the 1 hour, just can't get it back.
Yeah. So, but once again, as it gets, it's going to get a little darker earlier.
Okay.
As Oakcrest brings all their defenders into the box, so if Lomas gets a hand to this, he's going to punt this one away and get Josh Garcia, the only attacker.
Oh, ball goes up and over. Just like I said, Oakcrest pulls everybody up. Lomas comes out and the ball goes up over his head, leaving that whole far side open Fortunately, Oakcrest couldn't have anybody on the ball. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that was a golden opportunity there for Oakcrest.
And post-game show to follow after this game at the end of the second half. And foul for Sterling as Anthony Garcia commits the foul. Oakcrest has another free kick. Just under a minute now left of the second half, unofficially. Refs have the official clock.
Yeah, Anthony Garcia, just a sophomore.
And that's going to do it. Sterling wins this game 3-0 over Oakcrest. And Sterling will go to the semifinals where they'll face off West Defford here at home. And just a great outperformance from Sterling.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know, with what they were able to do in the second half, John, and I keep coming back to the depth, to them being patient but yet aggressive and coming away with a big 3-0 win. And we're just going to take a break and have a post-game show to follow.
Dude, are you kidding? Pictures. Sean, what are you doing? Go to Redmond's office.
Why are you such a loser?
ask you about the goal. I think you can go it right. And then we'll check testing. Okay, we're back here for our post-game interviews here after a big 3-0 win over Oakcrest. We're first going to talk to Braden Shan. And Braden, walk us through your goal here as we look at it on the replay.
So I was kind of right place, right time, scramble in the box, and I just broke through the defender and a pretty open shot in the net.
Yeah, that was, I mean, I think it was a situation where you just really stayed with, and I think we're going to get another view of this. Okay, maybe we are. We'll react. Okay, here we go.
I think Josh Garcia flicked it to me. Yeah.
In there. Two guys who you guys coming off the bench, you played, various times in the game, but talk about the depth this team has and how multiple players can come in at any time and contribute.
Yeah, we got a lot of depth on this team. I feel like a lot of these players, like even on our bench, could start really on any team in this conference. So just gotta stay patient.
We said that, and what's the key to staying? I mean, it's a little bit colder out here, just to staying in the game and getting in there and making something happen.
Just make sure you watch the game, see how the other team plays, and just kind of see like tactics and how they're playing, so you can jump right in and just be with everyone.
And again, it has to feel good. I mean, obviously you're sticking with it and everything to come up with this goal. Talk about the camaraderie on this team. They always talk about team chemistry and how that's a big part of what goes on here.
Yeah, we're all good friends on this team, so I mean, it was pretty exciting seeing everyone rush towards me. So yeah, happy to get one.
One last thing, you said you just kicked it on the net. We thought that you looked up and saw the opening.
Yeah. I looked up and saw the goalie was kind of on one side, and this side net was more open, so that's where I placed it.
Skilled shot. We'll look at it.
Yeah.
Okay, but a great job, Braden. Thanks for coming on with us, and hey, best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Okay. And we have Kevin Martin walking his way in here with his slippers. Well, you guys did a good job in the midfield today, and we'll get to your goal in a second. We may have, we'll get to the goal. We have a replay of it. So walk us through your goal here.
I was just in the right spot at the right time, and I just took a touchdown and tried to get it off as fast as possible. Yeah, I guess. Did that. Yeah.
It's right there. And it looked like you really didn't have much time to handle it. It was just like a one time you had to get it right in there.
Yeah, I knew that there was a defender on my back, so I just tried to get it off as fast as possible.
The other thing about as we look at the goal here, you just getting it in there. It seemed like even though your team came in as the favorite and it was nothing at halftime, I didn't get the sense that you guys were pressing. You seemed like you were still playing aggressive, but you were being patient and playing your game. Was that the message that you guys had with each other?
Yeah, we kind of knew that we were kind of all over them, so we kind of just waited and we knew that would come eventually.
And you talk about being all over them. That's the other thing we said. It seemed like ultimately you guys just overwhelmed them. Is that just, again, the patience or just being aggressive?
It's just being aggressive, I guess. So we just try to press high, so then they don't have any attack.
Well, you did that. You did a great job with it, and we talked at length about how you guys press teams and really force them into turnovers and all the other things that happen. Kevin, great job. Thanks for coming on with us, and best of luck the rest of the way, pal.
Thank you.
We have Coach Pete Marleys, who we appreciate you getting these guys over here. You coming over here quick. Wow, the first thing that came to thought with this game is I talked to you. You said this was your most complete team, and obviously part of a complete team is the depth that you had to go to today in that second half. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, for the most part all year we've relied on our depth and trusted our depth, and it was great that today was a day where some of those guys were able to contribute in major ways. Talked to Braden. That was a huge goal. That was the goal that basically put the game away. So it was awesome to see him have that moment. We were really happy for him. You could tell the whole team was the way the bench reacted, the way the guys on the field reacted. So he's worked hard for that.
And the game had a little bit of an eerie feel at halftime. You guys had opportunities.
came up short. And we felt like you guys were aggressive, but you were patient. You didn't seem like you were forcing too many things. You might have seen it differently. But what did you say to the team at halftime?
Patient, like just trust. We felt soccer's a unique game where you don't score a lot in a game of soccer. So you have to be able to live with close games, especially this time of year. So although it was 0-0 and you would have liked to have had a lead, at halftime, you have to understand that there's still 40 minutes. There's a lot of soccer left to play, and we felt like things were trending in a direction where we would continue to get chances, and we just had to capitalize on them. So we felt really good about what we were doing defensively, limiting them. Didn't really change anything, and ultimately just kind of wore them down.
Does that speak to, obviously you have confidence in your team, but the confidence that they have in themselves to be patient in that situation?
Yeah, and it starts with the leadership, on the field where the guys are not reacting in a way that is causing people to panic. The guys on the field are continuing to encourage and support, and it was good to see them come through and put 3 away in the second half.
Make it easier for a coach knowing that you have that leadership on the field.
Yeah, I mean this team. I've said a lot about this team. I think this is the strongest team I've had. I think the record and the year that we have kind of backs that up. But it's also a really, really enjoyable team to coach. The camaraderie with the group, the bonds that they have, and just the leadership, that we reference it's a lot of fun coaching this team.
The kids mentioned the camaraderie. You mentioned how they were all excited about Braden Shan getting the goal. You got West Stepford third time. Is it, as you've said, we've asked you this question before, just really more about your team taking care of business and doing what they need to do?
Yeah, this game's going to be, it's going to be a battle. The first game was 0-0. The second game was 1-0. It's going to be an absolute battle. And they are certainly going to have a chip on their shoulder because they came here in that second game with the opportunity to tie us for a conference. And ultimately we got that result, which denied them the opportunity. So, they have a lot of motivation, and we will definitely focus on ourselves and what we need to do to get the result. But it's going to be an enjoyable one to watch, and hopefully it plays out in a way. Yeah.
Well, Coach, best of luck. Great job today. Thanks for coming on with us, and go get West Stepford.
Thank you.
Okay. So that'll do it. Just an outstanding job there by the Sterling Knights, and we're going to take it back to John Hallwood.
And welcome back. And, of course, our next TV game will be Friday, November 5th, which is tomorrow, where the Sterling girls soccer team will play at 11 a.m. here at Sterling against Seneca, who I believe is the number 8 seed in this Group 2 girls tournament. And, of course, after the girls game, you have a little bit of action of football as Sterling will be heading to Willingboro away for their playoff game. Of course, Sterling wins this 3-0 over Oakcrest, which gives them the semifinals here against West Defford, who are the number 3 seed. Of course, we talked about that who they have drawn and won against to clinch their conference. So that's going to be an interesting game, and I like to do a special thanks out to Sean Clank, Kevin Schulz, the entire tech crew, and Mr. K. I'm John Hallwood, and I'll call it good night.